Hey there, fellow travelers. If you've ever wondered what to pack for full-time travel, this video is for you. My name is Kyla. Hello, I'm half of Kyla and Alex. My husband and I are on a year-long honeymoon. We're 7 months into our journey. And so as we've been moving around different countries and different destinations, cities and such, we've realized that some of the items we've been packing have been very beneficial and very essential, and we thought that we would share with you guys some of the items, 11 to be exact, that have really come in handy on our journey. So these are 11 must-have items for you to pack to make your journey, whether you're going on a year-long escapade or just going on your next family vacation. These items have made our trip so much more easier and enjoyable. So let's dive right into it. All right, number one on the list is an item I actually have here in my lap. It has come in handy. It is the Nomadix Quick Dry Towel. So I actually have it here all folded up just to show how lightweight it is. Like, this is the towel, and I could honestly I could honestly flatten it one more time. So hold on, let me actually flatten it once more so you can see exactly how small it can get. There you go. This is a towel. This is a full-size towel. Make it even larger for you if you can just see how massive this towel is. Now, we love this because it has antimicrobial treatment that keeps like odor causing bacteria from forming on the towels. And you know towels kind of get that weird smell after a while. So yeah, this towel comes in handy. It's super fast to dry. You could use it as a bath towel in a pinch. When you get to a hotel or an Airbnb, you're not really like, oh, I don't really know about that towel. Well, you have your own that is clean, and you can use this at any time. You can also use it as a beach towel. You can use it as a picnic blanket. You can use it as a yoga mat in a pinch. But yeah, this towel has really come in handy as we've been traveling different countries. I mean, I guess it really could, if you wanted to, you could use it as a blanket on the plane if you forget, because actually this towel goes in my carry-on. It's that lightweight. It's 1 pound, 3 ounces. So it's we're just going to wrap it around myself for the rest of this clip. But yeah, it's a really lightweight towel, and I keep put in the comments how many times I say towel, because I feel like I keep saying it, but it has really come in handy for us. It is also made of recycled polyester as well, so that's how I think it's able to dry so fast. Like I said, I don't know the science behind it all, but like I said, this has been an amazing investment for us because, a lot of people don't necessarily like to use hotel and bath towels and Airbnb towels. Well, what we actually do a lot of times when we get to a new Airbnb is we always just buy a new set of towels when we get there. But this one is good to have in a pinch. So yeah, that's number one on the list. I did want to mention everything that I will be mentioning today will be linked down below so that you can go and check it out. It is on our Amazon storefront. We do get a little bit of commission if you decide you want to purchase any of these items directly from the links below. We greatly appreciate it, but just wanted to mention that. All right, number two on the list of items that are must-haves for us for full-time traveling or just for traveling in general is a camera. And this is not the camera you might be expecting. This camera. This camera right here is actually a security camera. It is the Wyze security camera. And I actually just found out recently that on the bottom here is magnetic because it stuck to the table here. So that's good to know. But yes, this is a camera that has a USB on the other end. So you can plug this into any country because, you just have to have the right prong for whatever country you're in. We use this when we are out of the hotel room or out of our Airbnb. And we just want to make sure, no one's coming in unexpected while we are away. This camera is great for, this camera is great actually, I believe, for especially solo female travelers. This is the perfect item because it just is an extra level of safety for women traveling out there. Like I said, we use it as a couple, and I think it's just a great gift and a great tool for anyone. So yeah, like I said, very small. I mean, it fits in the palm of my hand, and then it has a cord here. What you do, you sign into the Wyze app on your phone, and so the feed is directly to your phone. If someone enters your room, if there's any sort of movement within the camera, you would get notified. And so we've tested this out. Thankfully, we've never had anyone in our rooms when we don't want them there. It has really, like I said, this has just been a lifesaver, just an extra level of security when we are traveling. So yeah, definitely consider picking one of these up. All right, next item on the list, I actually am going to show just a piece of it because it actually is plugged in and it is in use at the moment, but it is actually a Roku. So this is the remote for the Roku. Like I said, very small, very lightweight. It is battery operated, so that's something to keep in mind, to keep batteries with you, or keep this in your carry-on and take the batteries out, by the way. But we like to carry a Roku with us because when we're traveling between countries, and this Airbnb is a perfect example, this TV does not have the capability to allow us to watch all the streaming services that we like. For example, we like to use Disney Plus. We have recently been watching things on Paramount Plus. Those are not available in Thailand. So what we do is we hook the Roku into the TV, and then we stream from our phone to the Roku stick. And so we're able to watch Paramount Plus, we're able to watch Disney Plus, Apple TV, because this is actually, like I said, this is a LG TV, so we're able to watch Apple TV, Netflix, all of those things. And like I said, that is something that's important to us because we like to keep up and watch different shows. Like right now, we're currently watching Landman. So if you are it takes place in Texas, of course we're going to watch it. But so we like to be able to keep up with shows back home, and the Roku has been a lifesaver. And it's very lightweight, very small. Like say, wrap it up, it goes in. It's funny, a lot of these items can go in carry-ons, and that's going to be maybe one of the themes for this video, is like when you're traveling long term, or you're just traveling in general, right? Like there is space constriction. So you want to make sure that you are having items that do not take up a lot of space, and that is what we have done. So Roku has been a space saver, and it has been a lifesaver because we are able to keep up on our shows. The other cool thing about the Roku is when you plug it into a TV, for example, that is in another country, you also can sometimes have access to programming, for example, Netflix, that is not available in the US. And I know you can do something with that with like a VPN in the States, but like I said, we're already out of the country. Now that I'm out of the country, one of the shows I really am super excited to get back into is Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. I started it years ago and couldn't finish it in the States and just forgot about it. And then when I saw that I actually have the ability to watch it on Netflix abroad, I was like, oh, that's amazing. So anyway, just wanted to mention that as well. But yeah, Roku, another great item to carry with you. All right, next on the list is a safety item that you would want to use when you are actually in your room or in your quarters. So this is a door lock. This door lock, another very lightweight item, right? Like it fits in my hand. Another item actually that goes in my carry-on. But yes, this item has been amazing, especially for like, this is an Airbnb, but like that door is very reminiscent of a hotel room door. So it just goes into the deadbolt, and then this goes attached. There's a lot of videos out there that show how to use this, because I actually have a little bit of a hard time using it. A lot of times Alex ends up doing it for me. I really need to get better at learning how to do this. But when you do figure it out, because it is a little tricky, which if it's tricky for you to put on, that means it's extremely hard for someone to get into your room. So yeah, this is a door lock that really is beneficial. Another item, especially if you're female solo traveler, that you should add to your list, because this will really keep people out of your room. It jams the door from the inside and I guess the outside too, so no one's getting in with this on the door. All right, the next item on the list, I actually started unpacking it and then I got frustrated because I was like, oh no, I would have to put it back. So next is a packable jacket. So this jacket, like I said, I actually started taking out of the packet to show you that it is collapsible, packable, and there you go. It is so warm. So this is the Cotopaxi Fuego down jacket. Like it's a little wrinkled at the moment because it's been sitting in its pack, essentially. It's been sitting packed up for over a month, like close to 2 months, because right now we're in Thailand. Before that we were in Vietnam. We weren't necessarily needing this. But if you're going to a cold place or even a cool place, you always need a jacket, right? I feel like no matter where you go, you always need a jacket because sometimes you might be in an airport that's really cold. This is a down jacket, very lightweight. You saw that it packs up. Actually, give me one sec, I'll show you. This is Alex's jacket. Like, this is a down jacket, y'all. And it has a hood. And I love that it comes in so many different colors. So like this is the colorway that I have. It's like the navy with the orange and pink and purple. And then Alex's is black and two or three different color blues. So we have essentially matching jackets. We did invest in these pieces. They are a little on the pricier end, but definitely because of the down feathers that are in the jacket that make this an extremely warm, lightweight piece. We use these all over New Zealand, and it's really funny because I actually bought two jackets. I brought this and I brought a full-size coat. I actually ended up leaving the coat in New Zealand. I went and I took it to a thrift store and donated it because I just did not need it like I thought I was. This actually, I use so much. I wore this almost every day in New Zealand. And I would say the lowest temperature when we were down in Queenstown in the winter time in Queenstown was like probably in the 30s. And this jacket was phenomenal. But yeah, I wore this jacket all over Queenstown. I actually I preferred this to the full-size coat because it was so big and bulky. It had like a fur hood. It was a lot. But yeah, the Cotopaxi jacket I think is a great investment piece if you're looking for a jacket. And keep in mind, like, this is going to last us a long time. Like, they're a very, very warm, very great quality jacket. Like, you know, sometimes you have jackets they're already like peeling and a lot of the down is coming out. We haven't really experienced that with this jacket. And like I said, we actually bought these jackets before we even left. We were actually wearing them, testing them out before we even left back in May. So I would say we maybe bought these jackets, February 2024, and they've lasted, and they've held up. Oh, my husband sneezed. They've held up very well. So if you're looking for a packable jacket, this Cotopaxi Fuego Down, like I said, I'll list it below. They come in so many cute colors. And if you're also looking for a company that is doing big things, like they're very environmentally conscious, this is also a great company to consider. All right, I'm going to take the jacket off because it's like 90 degrees here in Thailand, in Bangkok, and I don't really need to be wearing a jacket. All right, next item on the list, I'm not going to actually show you because it has personal information on it, but I'm going to talk about it. Very important item that you should be packing in your luggage when you're traveling are photocopies of your passport, preferably color copies. You never know when you might need them for some reason. If you lose your passport, if you just need copies to show for, like, maybe you're trying to rent like a motorbike somewhere, and instead of them like taking your passport, be like, well, here's a copy of it, you can have it or whatnot. But yeah, we keep them in our carry-on luggage, like I said, a pocket in our luggage. Also, we emailed pictures of them to ourselves and to our family. That way, if we ever needed it for some reason, we have our passport photo, our passport number, like all that information. So definitely that is probably the most inexpensive item on this list, but it's honestly probably the most important if you are international traveling. But I would say even if you're not internationally traveling, if you're just traveling in general, just to have that piece of identification in your luggage, especially if you're checking luggage, is just great to have too. I'm gonna give you a little side note tip. I used to work for an airline. I worked in baggage claim for over 7 years. And one of my pet peeves is when luggage tags would come off of bags, because unfortunately that happens, and there's no identification on the bag. If you put your information, like at least your name, your name, maybe a phone number or something in the bag somewhere. And I'm not just talking like the little tags on the outside, because those can get lost too. I'm talking like in a pocket somewhere. Like I said, if you had a picture of your passport photo inside of your luggage, like right on top or like one of those pockets, and if it's like, usually we open the luggage as a last resort, like we just cannot we cannot identify who this bag belongs to, then we usually go through luggage with like people in the room, like we have witnesses. My baggage office actually had a camera, but yeah. And then we would open up and try to figure out, like, okay, well, maybe you know, this is a bag with blue shoes and a red dress and, you know, a purple makeup bag or, you know, stuff like that, black suit. And every once in a while, someone would have identifying items in their luggage, like maybe brief, like paperwork, which is very helpful. But anyway, if you put your passport photo in there, that would be very helpful. Just saying, in the future, if you're ever checking luggage. All right. That was a side note. Back to the must-have items for full-time travel. Let's keep going with the video. Next on the list is something that I struggle with because I am an overpacker. I am a chronic overpacker, and it is what it is. I am that person with the 50-pound luggage around the world. Like, I've dealt with it. But to combat that, I do make sure that I keep my items extremely organized. So I'm going to show you what I use. I actually have an empty one here. These are compression packing cubes. So this is a compression packing cube. What makes this different from regular packing cubes is that there is a double zipper. So here's a zipper here, and then here's a zipper on the other side. So first, let me uncompress, right? So you can see what it looks like completely open. This is what normal packing cubes look like, right? Like they're I wouldn't say bulky, but you know, they have a little space in them, right? They have a good amount of space. So then you open it up here, and then you can pack on the inside, right? So you pack on the inside. But once you finish, you know, you zip it up, and you pack them this size, right? Well, as a compression, like I said, it has an extra zipper. Now you can compress all that extra space in your luggage. Boom. And now it makes it a lot smaller. I'm going to show you one that I have most of the items in here. Surprisingly, I have not been wearing pants in Thailand. Mini pants. I tend to stick to like shorts or dresses. I say that, and actually I'm wearing one pair of pants today. They're linen. But with that being said, this is my pants compression bag. And in this bag, I actually have about 6 bottoms. I have 2 pairs of jeans, a pair of black, like, slack pants, I guess you could say. They're cotton pants. I have about 3 or 4 pair of leggings and a pair of denim shorts. So all that compressed in here. So compression packing cubes, my suggestion, as you can see, I had one that was empty because I suggest bringing extras. Next on the list is an item that is near and dear to my heart. Let me grab it really quickly. It is a durable water bottle, specifically for keeping water cold. If you're going to be in places that are warm, whether, for example, Thailand, Southeast Asia, but honestly, I use this in New Zealand as well because I just like to have cold water. It's the American in me. I like to use Hydro Flask brand because it does a really good job of keeping the water cold, and it's just been a really durable bottle. For me, I decked it out in a couple of Aviator Nation stickers because I love Aviator Nation. I have a couple of their hoodies that travel with me. They have not sponsored me. I just really love them, but if they did, I would not be upset. Particularly the North Shore Oahu location. That's my favorite location. But anyway, I like to keep water cold. I'm all for environmentally friendly bottles, and unfortunately, a lot of times where we are traveling, you can't always drink the water. So I do have to buy cold water, usually at like 7-Eleven here in Thailand, you know, buying water at 7-Eleven. But just carrying water bottles, like right here, just carrying water bottles around gets annoying because the water gets warm. At least what I like to do is I will buy the water bottle and then put the cold water into my Hydro Flask. That way I can keep it cold all day when I am gallivanting around the city or just, you know, like going between trains. Like, it's just great to have. So you don't have to necessarily get Hydro Flask brand, get whatever brand you like, but I like this one because I think they do a really good job of keeping the water cold. And also, if you need to keep your liquids hot too. Actually, I did use this when we were in New Zealand. I kept hot chocolate warm in here too when we were traveling. So either way, this one, for example, actually has the sip here, which I use when I'm drinking cold liquids. When I'm drinking hot, I just open it up and the straw's in there. But yeah, and this drink from the stainless steel, which I just, in my opinion, just feels a little more cleaner because it's just easier to clean. Anywho, get you a durable water bottle. It goes on the side of my backpack, like in the cubby or like the little water bottle holder. Obviously, you can't carry this with liquids in it onto through the airport, but once you get through security, you can fill it up as you like, as long as the airline lets you bring liquids onto the plane. Had that situation happen to me too. But anywho, next on the list is a power bank, a portable charger. I like to use this one from Anchor. It is, like I said, fairly small. It is very durable. Like, I've dropped this thing all over the world. And it is held up. I actually already have two cords attached to show that you can charge two different devices at the same time. So either Alex and I are both charging our cell phone. Right now I have the cell phone charger for an iPhone charger and actually a GoPro charger attached. So I can charge two of those, like I said, two completely different items. Does not matter as long as it has the USB capability. So I'll show you there. So yeah, two USB, and then this is how you charge the actual device. You can usually get a good amount of charges out of this, like at least, I don't know, 3 or 4 before I'm having to charge this again. So this is come in handy, especially on the plane when you're just driving around town, going around town, and you want to keep your devices charged. So I usually keep this like in my purse, and then I'll have like the cords sticking out of the device, or I'll have everything in my purse. So yeah, this has been very, very useful. Next on my list is probably one of my favorite items. I'm obsessed with this item. I've been using it for over a year. I actually was gifted this item over a year ago, like, I don't know, back in like May or June of 2023. Wow, it's so crazy to think about. But yeah, I was gifted this item over a year ago by the company, but I'm so obsessed. Like, I talk about this, I wear this all the time, and so I have to share it because I think this is a great investment piece. So this is the Torres Coolify 2. It is a neck air conditioner. So it's a little different from a neck fan. It has little extra features. So I'm going to show some of the features of it. So right here, turn it on there. And I got around to charging it because I let it die on me. And how it's a little different is it actually, right here, I don't know if you can hear it. Actually, my mic's right here, isn't it? It actually is blowing cold air right here. So there's 3 different settings. C1, see if you can get there. C2 and C3. I'm going to leave it down on C1 because the battery's low. But it's blowing cold air here, but also on the inside are cold plates. So these right here are plates that you put against your skin. Let me see if I can do it. I'll show you this is how I walk around. And if you ever see any videos or I'm gonna turn it off so you don't catch the audio of the fan. But it's fairly quiet. You can kind of barely hear it. Okay. But anyway, this neck fan has come in handy when I'm walking around. If you ever see me in different like videos or on social media, like pictures, and I have this weird black thing around my neck, it's not a microphone. It is a neck air conditioner. The other cool thing I want to mention is not only does it operate on the cool function, it also operates, actually, let's see, the hot. So that's the fan if you just want just the fan going. Let me see if I can get over it. There he goes. H1, H2, H3. That's heat. If you want these plates and you want this to blow out hot or to be heated, so in a cold destination like, I don't know, New Zealand in the winter, I don't know, Alaska, one of my favorite places, this thing can come in handy too to keep you warm. Another great way is on the plane, right? I feel like my body goes hot and cold. Let me turn this off. Yeah, I feel like my body gets hot and cold. Like, I'll get on a plane and I'm burning up, right? Because you're moving around the airport. So like, I will have this on the cold setting and I will have the fan on and the AC. But then, especially on the long flight, let's see, over like 5 or 6 hours, after you've been sitting for a long time, you've been sitting for about 4 hours, your body starts to get cold. And so then I will change this over to the heat function and have this on my neck so that I can keep warm. So this thing, I'm so obsessed. I literally am so obsessed with this. They actually have a newer version the Torres Coolify 3. And so as you can see, the plates are here and here. There's nothing on the back. It's just like a rubber piece, kind of flexible. But the new Coolify 3 has a continuous plate. So I'm actually interested in purchasing that when I get back to the States, just because it's a little more inexpensive to buy things like this in the US. So my next come back to the US, I plan to have the Model 3, unless they come out with the Model 4 when we come back. Who knows? But yeah, if you're someone that overheats, or if you're someone that gets really cold, but I'm talking about my overheated girlies. If you tend to overheat, you live in a hot destination, your vacation is somewhere like Orlando, you're vacationing to Japan in the summer, this will really come in handy. More features. I'm so obsessed with this thing. Not sponsored. I just really like this. It charges right here. I actually bring the cord and I charge it together. So whenever I go indoors, you can get about 3.5 hours on the highest setting. So like C3, but the lower you go, like C1, you can actually get more. Like I said, I tend to overheat. So when I'm outdoors, I'll use it on C3. When I'm indoors, like on a plane or something, I can keep it at cooling setting C1 and keep it much longer. And then when I'm not using it, and once I've cooled down, I just charge it with my battery pack. So yeah, consider this because it's a great investment. Okay, so we're coming up on the last item on the list. This item was actually gifted to me from our wedding. I had it on the registry and I'm so grateful. So grateful to Alex's aunt for buying this, but it has been such a useful item. I keep saying that over and over, like actually every one of our items has been useful. That's why I keep them. That's why I carry them. As we've been traveling, it's funny because I have been getting rid of items as we travel. For example, I was carrying a heating pad for like period cramps. This is getting off topic, but I feel like I have to mention this, that there have been items that we have carried at the beginning that we just no longer keep. That's one of those items that I thought I was going to need, and I got rid of it actually in New Zealand. So not every single item that we've started our travels with back in May has made it to December, but this item has made the cut. This is a baggage scale. It has come in handy when, both of us, usually me, go a little crazy on shopping in a particular country and need to figure out how to rearrange and reshuffle or put items in my husband's luggage. So that I am underweight for the airline. The other thing is when you're going between airlines, sometimes their baggage weights fluctuate, especially for carry-on. So like one airline, you might be allowed to have 7 kilograms of carry-on luggage. The other one, you might be able to have 12 to 14. Well, that's a huge jump from having having only 7 kilos and having 12 kilos between two different airlines. That's a lot of shuffling around. So this baggage scale here actually has the ability to be in kilograms. I actually keep it on kilograms for now, or you can switch it over to pounds. It's just easier for me to stay in the metric system because I'm not in the US anymore. This is also battery operated, but like I said, you really don't need to purchase a new battery while you're away. Like, I think the battery lasts a long time. Another item goes in my carry-on. But you just loop your luggage on like the luggage handle, so suitcase, backpack, you loop it through here and then you lift it like this, and then it will read the weight right here on the scale. Let's see if I can get this on here for us. There you go. That's a good example. So my force is 0.4, between 0.4 and 0.5 kilograms. This has come in handy. And it's another very lightweight item. But if you are someone who's going between multiple airlines, multiple countries, or like I said, you just, after a really fun shopping trip, you just want to make sure your luggage is underweight before you get to the bag check-in counter and then have that embarrassing walk of shame telling you either you need to pay the overweight fee or you need to go over to the side and repack. So embarrassing, because that's been me. And I've also, when I worked for the airline, I've had to give that talk multiple times to people. I usually was very nice. Like, I'll give you a little secret. Are you listening? Are you listening? Okay, keep this a secret. When I worked for the airline, I sometimes let the bags go over, right? If your bag was like 51, 52 pounds, I'd be like, it's okay. Take the blessing. Have a great flight. If your bag was like 62 pounds and it's 50-pound limit, I'm sorry. Like, I can't. That's a huge jump, because now you're talking about overweight luggage and bag numbers and weight and balance to a plane. That's not me. But anyway, bag luggage scale fits in your hand, fits in your carry-on, has been the reoccurring thing for all the items that I'm talking about today. Okay, so there you have it, you guys. That's 11 surprisingly helpful items that have truly made our full-time travel experience so much smoother and very stress-free. Let me know in the comments if these items you already have packed, you already own them, or is there something else that we should be having in our luggage that you guys are like, why don't you have this? Let us know down below, and maybe we'll add it to the bag. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more travel tips and adventures. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!